Welcome, everyone. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and you are watching the 2024 WPBA Tour Championship presented by Dr. Pool Promotions and Jacoby Custom Cues. This is an A-side matchup between Bean Hung and Miss Pia Filler. I am being joined in the booth by Joanne Mason Parker.
Hi, Lonnie. I'm so happy to be with you. This is so fun. We haven't done this together yet, I don't think.
No, it's actually going to be a great matchup, right? This is an A-side matchup. We've got two of the world's top players competing to advance in this event. This is our tour finale, the last event of our 48th season here with the WPBA.
Wow, that's cool. And they're two very different players, if I can just say a little bit from the start. The Bean is very aggressive, a little bit quicker player, I find, and Pia is a little bit more methodical. So it'll be fun to see the dynamic of the matchup here.
Absolutely. I'm not sure that has been made a legal break.
I don't know if, what is that, the 4-ball went past or not. They're
looking.
Yeah, they're checking.
They're also questioning. It's just got across the plane. Being smiling. She's like, who do we ask?
I had that happen in my match earlier. And
it just
to see what she's doing right now using her cue, that's a good way to check it.
All right, so while these ladies are figuring it out, maybe we'll talk about the match rules of this event. I can do it fairly quickly. So the match rules for this event, they're going to lag for the first break, which you just saw the end of. Bean did win the lag. It's alternate break format thereafter. The 9-ball does not count on the break in the bottom 2 pockets. The 3-point break rule is in effect. 3 consecutive fouls is a loss of game, and it is cue ball fouls only.
There we go.
So apparently they've decided that that was not legal.
Not legal.
It was non-compliant.
Wow.
So Pia Filler does get to come to the table, and let's just explain a little bit about the 3-point rule. 3-point rule is a combination of 3 points. It's balls pocketed plus balls past the head string. So if you get 2 balls in, you must get 1 past the head string. If you get 1 ball in, you got to get 3 balls past the head.
No,
or
2
balls past the head string. And if you pocket 3 balls on the break, then you're good to go.
Very good. Okay, so she slices in the 1 ball, and the 3 ball is in this far bottom right corner pocket. And looks like she has a little bit of an angle. She'll probably just follow straight to the bottom rail and come back up table for that 4 ball. She's been playing great, by the way. She won. Oh.
Well, she won our last event in Capital City.
Oh, she did not want to run into that. I'm sure not.
She may have a 3-ball combination. The 5, 8, 6. The 6 is laying in the pocket.
Do you know I didn't even see that? It was hiding there. No, you're right. You are absolutely right.
The 6 balls in the shadows of the pocket. So we are using the Aramith Pro Cup set of balls. We use Simonis cloth and the Perfect rack, which is the official template rack of the WPBA.
How do you feel about it? Do you like it?
I do like it. I have one at home, and I have used it and used it and used it, and it hasn't stretched or done weird things.
Stayed in order.
Yeah, it's absolutely one of the best racks I've probably ever used as far as just putting a beating on it. You know?
Right, exactly. I like the way she just hit that ball, by the way.
Yeah, she hit that really nicely.
She did. You know, it's funny. Players, just for the people listening who are not pro players, but the amateur level league players and so on, you have to think very often about center table. Getting your cue ball back to center where really the world becomes your oyster and you have a lot of choices from that area of the table. So she is going to play this combo, it appears. And go.
She leaked under it just a tad. It looks like she thought a little bit more about pocketing and maybe not as much about where the cue ball was going to go.
Yeah, I think she definitely was following. I thought that she probably didn't think she was going to hit that 9 as full. She's probably going to glance off of it and end up with the 5 in one of the corners or even a side pocket perhaps. But it didn't happen like that, obviously. And now she's got a little bit of a funny angle going on here. So she has a choice. She could bank this ball. She could play very easy safety here. But the issue with that is she drops this 5 ball down to that short rail to her right. Cue ball comes down here. There's a ball hanging down here. It becomes a lot more makeable to make a ball to bank that
Right.
and stay at the table. So we'll see what she does. I don't think it's
What if she
advisable.
offensively goes for the bank shot here, but draws the cue under the 9?
Oh
She's still
yeah.
got to carry him to the 7.
Yeah, no, I like
All
what
right. That was a smart shot by
yeah.
Pia there.
Yeah, I think it was. And I like how she positioned it because now she kind of took that other idea away. But look, if she many offensive moves here. They're all spinning through my head right now.
Yeah, it's difficult, right? I mean, the biggest thing I think that that you just have to really be mindful of when you're doing this is that there's so many different options, and
No,
that's just
most
the way pool
definitely.
is.
For sure.
Like pool, there are options. There's no definite right or wrong. I think that
Well, occasionally.
yeah, occasionally, but I mean, there's just so many different flavors to the game, right?
No doubt. And it depends on the person, what their favorite kind of shot is. Maybe, oh, she really went all out offensive here, where that was.
Rack one, it's worth a try, right? Like, might as well think about it. All right, so now do you like banking this ball, Joanne?
If it's laying good to bank, definitely. Yeah, this is definitely an offensive move. It's almost like you look at this like this is the 9 ball now, because if you make it, you pretty much are getting out from here.
She overhit it.
Yeah.
Just
See,
overcut that ball a tad.
right. I wonder if she did that thinking she had to come around, which actually it would have been better not to come around as far, because if she kept a little angle on that 7, it's easier to play position off the combination with an angle on the 7 to the 8.
Yep, I can see that, absolutely.
And she's going to end up with just that right now. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to talk about Bean just a little bit while she's
Talk
running
about
off these
Bean.
balls here. They call her the Magic Bean. She currently resides in Brisbane. She was born in Taipei. Her current WPBA ranking is number 16. She has been ranked as high as number 12. She is sponsored by Zen Custom Cues, How Tips, Andy Cloth, 3-second cue cases, and Q9 Billiards. She is the 2024 WPBA Fairfield Invitational Champion. So she's a very, very well liked player here on tour, Miss Bean.
No, she's very nice.
She's always smiling.
Yeah, she's always happy, right?
I love that about her.
Yep. Very nicely done.
And she actually in her last round she defeated our tour number 1 player, Christina Tkach.
Bean is a very talented player. The first time I saw her, I think was at Fairfield actually.
Yeah, she's just solid.
Yeah, she has a great stroke, and she moves the cue ball around with ease, and I like the movement in her stroke very much so.
And she's fun. She's fast paced. She's fun to watch. All right, everybody, don't forget to share, like, and to subscribe.
Hi, it's Chanel Rain, and you're watching the WPBA on YouTube.
And that's our Chanel. We love her. She actually did commentary the last match. Hope all of our fans enjoyed the show. It was pretty awesome. It was nice having her in the booth. I know that her and Stephanie and Caroline are great friends. So their energy in the booth is super good.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like conversation.
Sure.
You know?
Sure.
All right, so Pia Filler to break.
All right, and I think if I'm not mistaken, Bean broke from the other side, so now we have Pia breaking off to our right. Let's see how she hits it. Bean didn't hit her break very hard.
Pia's using a little bit of that cut break where she
Yeah.
tries to pocket the corner ball, the wing ball, and then the one will bank to the long left-hand long rail and bank down table, sitting in front of the right-hand top corner pocket.
Well, that looked really good. The 5 near that, what is that, the 8 down below? That passes, I think, right? Well, we can look at our side view for a minute.
Yeah, let's look at
and
the.
check it.
I'm not sure if that gives us the best view, but it doesn't look as though it goes past there.
No,
does it?
not at this, not over here. So she'll have to do some creating over there and figure things out with that.
I do like the fact here that that was a good look on the 1 for us this side.
Yes, it
view.
was. It was. And I want to point out a couple of things, if I can, about cue mechanics. We just saw Pia hit a very nice shot on the one ball, and she had a lot of stick out there, I like to say. Her bridge hand was far back, but if we pay attention to how far back she brings her cue, it's not all the way into her fingers. So she's really keeping very good control of her stick and not taking this huge backswing.
Yeah, it's very controlled and methodical, and you can tell she's put a lot of work into it. Speaking of Pia Filler, Pia currently resides in Germany. She was born there. She's ranked number 8 on the WPBA, but I do tend to believe that she's a very clear top 5 player here on tour. She just doesn't play in all of our events. She is a Predator-sponsored player. She is sponsored by Apex Pool Tables, Andy Cloth, and How Tips, which is actually a sponsor here for the WPBA as well.
Oh, she missed that one. She really... I'm going to tell you something. I found the tables playing very tough. They felt tighter to me this year than last year. Am I right in saying that?
Well, and it makes you... I mean, it's new cloth, new balls, brand new tables,
but
right?
I
feel as though they are playing tight.
They are playing very tight. They are playing very tight. I think they're like a tiny bit smaller than last time.
I think they're 4 1/4.
Yes, exactly. And it makes a big difference. And I'm going to tell you where I found it makes the biggest difference when a ball is close to the rail and you need to draw your cue ball. Anything cue object ball going down the rail and you have to hit with speed, with draw, you better hit a bullseye or these balls are not going in.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, so I seen a question in the chat. So the U.S. Open champion, Miss Joanne Mason Parker, is in the booth with me at the moment. So thank you for tuning in, Karen. And as far as the perfect rack, I think the girls were mistaken. It is not on the WPBA website. If you are interested in purchasing one of those racks, Brittany Bryant is the representative for the perfect rack. If you would like to check that out, just go ahead and probably message her on one of her socials, maybe her fan page on Facebook, and I think she can facilitate a deal for you with the perfect rack.
Oh, very good.
If you ever make it to one of our matches, Karen, we can for sure get you one, though, because we actually sell them on site.
So here, all right, everybody watching, just understand something. This looks easy. I am telling you, as fact, this is not an easy shot from here at all, because now she's going to have to be hitting with a little bit of speed. She's got to hit this ball perfectly. Very good.
Nice smooth stroke. Nice follow through by Pia. That's one thing I think that has improved with Pia's game here just recently is that I've seen how smooth her follow through has become. So you can really tell. Pia and I have known each other since one of her first trips to the United States.
Okay.
And actually I played her in her first WPBA event many years ago.
Ah, okay. And she's a young woman.
And she was even younger back then.
Yeah. Like, how old is she now? Do we know?
I do not know.
She's in her mid-20s, early mid-20s.
Yeah, I don't think she's very old. No.
No.
But she has grown and progressed as a player just so beautifully.
Well, she has a lovely husband, Josh Filler, who I'm sure she is continues to learn from, right? And gets the opportunity to play with all the time. This
Absolutely.
is a huge advantage. Huge advantage.
Yep, I would agree. But then again, I also know that sometimes couples don't work so well together in the sport. I don't know if you've ever noticed that, but some couples don't work well together at all. So
you know what? It's
I think
funny.
they do, but
I think they do, and I think it really does. That depends on the couple, and also, like, I was trained by my dad. My dad coached me always, and some people can't learn from a parent.
From a parent, yeah.
Right.
I would agree with that too.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Pia Filler has tied this matchup. The score is currently 1-1. This is a race to 8. Well, let's talk about a few of the matches going on around the room. We may have to go back here simply because Bean is getting ready to break the balls, but lots of action going on. Our B side is just
Loaded.
monstered up. So if you guys are interested in checking out the live scores throughout the room, you can go to digitalpool.com. I did post a link inside our YouTube description if you're interested in checking that out. If you're watching on Billiard TV, you can go to digitalpool.com and search WPBA. You will find the final stage bracket there. Or you can come over to WPBA Billiards on YouTube and check out the description. The link is in there.
Well, Bean just made a nice break. I don't know if she sees this one completely, but she had a legal break. She did up the speed a little bit. And she's looking where to push now, it appears. In pushing, I always say you try to leave something difficult but not impossible, and I feel like I'm typically wanting to get it back.
Well, you do want to give it back, and the unfortunate part is sometimes when you give the push out, you're not getting it back.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's kind of the worst feeling because
Yeah.
you have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the right move.
Yeah, the pusher
But-
is the disadvantage.
Yeah, at times for sure.
Yeah. I like to actually push to a jump shot because I find it's a strength of my game. So I like to do that, and if they don't give it back, then you're challenging the shooter to at least something difficult.
Yeah, and too, like even still, like I said, sometimes you're like, man, I have to push, and I know they're not going to give it back to me. They're just going to play this safety that I had intended for them.
Right. But,
You know?
and then sometimes if you have no great place to push, at least you try to tie the table up. So you're going to make it more difficult for them.
Oh, nice shot by Pia. She wants that
Beautiful.
6 to slow down, and it has.
All right, so now she has a choice here. I mean, she's going to cut this ball in. But just to bring to people's attention, if she didn't want to, she could kick it out of there and go under the 6. But she's not. She's going to shoot.
This shot's always a little bit, like, in my mind, not my favorite.
Right.
And because of what just happened
Yeah,
there,
sure.
you think that you can use outside English to bring the cue ball farther away from the point of contact, but on those cut shots, it doesn't
No.
do what you think it's going to do.
And especially on the new cloth. It's
yeah.
so slippery.
Yeah, you definitely,
Yeah.
you're like, man, I know if I could dig in a little with some outside, I might be able to, but it never works that way.
Well, Lonnie, this is part of why I gave the option of the safety there.
Yeah.
Because she's definitely, she's got a tough shot now. The safety a moment ago really was not so tough. It was easier than what she's facing right now. But she's very aggressive. I find her to be a pretty aggressive player. She's going to shoot this ball.
Well, and I think, too, that we're seeing a lot of growth in the
And
ability
we
of
see
these
how tough
ladies,
it is just now.
to the ball making skills of this generation of players very
Jumped.
good.
Very
Yeah.
good.
There's a
Well,
lot of confidence in their ball making abilities.
no doubt. Well, we have a lot of reasons for that. But there's a twofold thing going on. We see how tough the tables are playing now, but they also have different equipment. We should talk a little bit about it. Years ago, we played with deflection shafts. Now there's low deflection. or
Carpet
no
cloth.
deflection. Yes, exactly.
It wasn't like it is today.
No, very different. Here we're getting a jump.
All right, we're going to the air, folks.
Mm,
And Bean hits it beautifully.
great shot.
Let's check it out real
Here
quick
we're
while
getting a
Bean's
jump.
checking out what she's going to do next. All right, we're going to the air, folks.
Mm.
And shot by Bean Hung.
Yeah, that was very good. She hit it real full, so she stayed down there and didn't run away.
For those of you guys who are new to our stream, please take just a second to hit the thumbs up button for us and make sure you subscribe so you always get notified whenever we go live. Overhit that a tiny bit.
Yeah, a little bit. That, you know what, though? I like that she did let it just go. She almost could have let it go even a little bit more, but she really did a good job not bumping that 9 ball or the 8. That wasn't particularly easy.
No. And two, like, she probably just caught a little thinner than she intended to, right? So the cue
Yeah,
ball travels
sure.
so fast when
That's
that
right.
happens.
Exactly. I like the safe here. Dropping the 7 ball down. We'll see how she's going to play this.
You see Bean's face. She's like,
Yeah.
well,
No.
here we go.
Right. Yeah.
It's like option 1 or option 2.
She could go zigzag it and get it down table, or one cushion and down. It's really her choice. Depends how it's laying exactly. Oh, she feathered. She went for a feather. Love that shot. Did not realize she could do that from there.
Yeah, she hit it really well.
Love that shot. That is very nice. It's funny, I talk about 3 basic safeties when I do my teaching. I have my pool school set up now in my house. So if anybody is interested, they should message me on through Facebook, Joanne Mason Parker, and you come see me in Pond Eddy, New York, right on the Delaware River. I have a gorgeous suite waiting for you to come and have a fabulous weekend retreat. Eat great food, play great pool, learn so many cool things. And the 3 basic safeties, that is one of them, the feather, I like to call it.
It's a good terminology. I mean, it's a great term for it.
Yeah, you're just hitting that teeny piece. And especially when you're so close, you can do it. And especially off ball in hand, those are wonderful to look for.
So it looks as though Pia has jumped, made a legal hit, but unfortunately, Bean is going to have a very simple out from here. She'll probably just go 1 rail back out to the
That's
center.
it. Side pocket. Now a little draw and out. 9 in the bottom right. And we're going to have a match 2-1 in a moment.
Yeah.
I really like the rhythm of her stroke. Let's watch a little bit. Yeah.
And when Bean first started playing on tour with us, she would shoot so crazy fast. And now I really like that she's found her own pace. Because I think every player has to have their own pace and rhythm.
Sure.
All right, so let's say thank you to our sponsors really quick, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday season from all of us here at the WPBA to all of you all over the world.
All right, let's see the break.
I
See if she
can't hear the
continues.
music out in the main room.
Okay.
I bet it's like church mice out there. It sounds like it's just so quiet.
It's quiet. Oh, she lightened up a bit. Interesting. Oh, that was
Well, look at her. One ball goes the
beautiful.
exact same corner every single time.
Wow, that was a great break.
So she cut breaks and then draws the cue ball to the right long rail, our right long rail, and then it comes back out off the table or back out towards the center of the table, and the one always banks just past the side pocket and towards the right hand top
It's
corner.
interesting because sometimes off that cut break, you actually are going to make the one in the side. That's something that's been played through the years.
I think putting that little bit of inside English actually throws it past the side pocket. I've been researching and working on this break.
Good. You'll share with me. That's cool. Well, she's going to have to draw down towards this 4 ball. She may play a 4-5 combination. It looks like she's checking that out right now off this angle, this pretty straight shot she has on this 3 ball. That's a tough combination on this table, if that's what she's thinking about as far as offense is concerned. So I don't know. I like the idea of making sure you get close. Once you're close, and if it lays perfect, then great. And if not, you could always. It looks like she just did a gorgeous job there. of getting almost a straight combination here. She's looking. Because anytime these object balls are as far apart as they are here, she's got to hit this perfectly. Also to have the 4 ball stay there to be able to play it in the same pocket. Yeah, very tough shot. Very difficult. Yeah. That was I feel that was hyper aggressive. That's just my opinion. I think she could have drawn and gotten even a little bit closer. Drawn probably and bumped the 9 and been underneath, but whatever. She's going to probably pay for that. She played very aggressively and left being a very good opportunity here to take a 3-1 lead. And I got to tell you something. I watched her. I saw Bean play Sao out in Las Vegas a couple years ago in the finals. And that first set, she beat Sao. If I tell you how fast it was and how amazing she played, so quick and so loose. And she's that type of player. If she gets off on a roll here, she's going to be real hard to stop. Because she's such a rhythm player, you know. And to stop her and play a few safeties, which she really had in her hands to be able to do and make her think a little bit, would have served her well.
Oh, she may have overstruck this ball.
Oh, she's fine.
Oh.
It's quick out there.
It is.
It's quick out there.
Table's very fast.
Yep.
Now,
She's
obviously, this is perfectly fine. I think we would all be extremely happy to have this shot on the 9 ball.
Mm-hmm.
But a stop shot is definitely more likable at the moment.
Right. Yep,
all right,
she's all right.
Score is currently 3-1,
Mm-hmm.
being hung over Mrs. Pia Filler. It looks like Pia's going to take a quick break. So I want to say thank you to all our fans at home. Make sure you're share, liking, and subscribing.
Share, like, subscribe.
That's a real thing, by the way. And we're going to, real quick, while maybe she's going to grab water. I don't want to necessarily throw a commercial if Pia's just running to grab some water.
I know some players, have a thing. If you get down 2 games, you take your break.
Yeah, I think it's a time. I mean, for sure, there's a little method to the madness, right? I think
you're trying to stop the momentum.
Absolutely. And I think, and that's understandable, right?
Definitely.
I mean, there's some strategy to it. Me personally, I think it's just a matter of how I feel at the moment too. And I don't want to use it against my opponent, but sometimes if my opponent's made a couple mistakes and I'm like, I'm being able to take advantage of that. Sometimes when it's my break, I'll take a quick break and be like, okay, well, I'm going to go take a break. All right, so real quick, it looks like Pia's doing a little more than getting a cup of water. We're going to find out why the ladies love the WPBA.
I love WPBA because it's like a big family and we feel so warm.
The sisterhood amongst the women. One of the greatest gifts I've ever gotten out of pool were the friendships that I've built from them.
What I like most about the WPBA is their continued support for women's pool.
I love the camaraderie and the competitiveness of the WPBA players.
WPBA gives us a chance, a stage to compete and show our passion.
WPBA always supports us in that every tournament we go to, they will always take care of us.
What I love about the WPBA are all the fierce competitors out there.
The competitiveness.
I love the equipment at the WPBA.
I like the most about WPBA that they keep continuing to support women's sport throughout so many years.
What I love about the WPBA are the fans.
What I love most about the WPBA is that we're all kind of like one big family.
I love that the WPBA brings great competition from around the world.
The WPBA has been a huge part of the growth of women's pool, and I love them for that.
The WPBA is the longest-standing women's professional pool tour and the biggest supporter of women playing pool.
Incredible community of strong women and people who are putting a lot of time and effort in growing women's pool.
It gives women something to strive for, a reason to improve their game and to try their hardest to become a better player.
I get to play with the best players in the world, and not only that, but I get to call them my friends.
Every time I get to come to an event, I feel at home with all of the girls.
All right, guys, sorry about that. I was trying to watch, sorry about that. I was trying to throw the commercial and Pia came back very quickly. So we're back in action, ladies and gentlemen, for our feature matchup. We'll get to watch that video somewhere down the road.
We just saw Beans break, and she breaks on evens because she broke first. And we have an even score of even, meaning an even number. 3-1 makes a total of 4, and that's why Bean broke the balls. I like to think about it like that.
Yeah, I think everybody's got their own way. I actually do it with the total score plus whatever game I'm breaking. So if you win the lag, you're actually breaking on the odd games. So like, right? Because if the score's 3-3, you're breaking game 7.
Oh, it's funny.
And it's odd, right?
You put one extra step in there. I cut it off.
Yeah, so it's just a preference thing. It's however
I'm not
you
a great
need
math
to.
person.
Yeah,
actually, arithmetic.
I always
son
think
would say
breaking
arithmetic.
game 7, right? So
yeah. Okay.
that's
good,
why
good
I
point.
think about it like that.
Yeah. Sure.
But anyway, that
Also
works
makes
for you,
sense.
so you can follow the path of the alternate break. Works fine for me.
Yep.
Whatever you need to do.
All right. So it's going to come out 2 cushions, and again, be looking towards center table, keeping a nice angle for the 5, so she can get back for her. The 7, right? Because that's the 8 up on top, if I'm correct. Is that the 8 or the 6?
No, it's a 6.
Oh, it is the 6. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's a 6 ball. Excuse me.
Okay. Yep. 1, 2, back out to center.
Yeah, I think that's a 6. Do you want to find out?
Yes.
It's a 6.
Ah, it's a 6. Thank you. I'm not wearing glasses in here, so I couldn't quite make out the
Do you want my
color.
readers?
I don't think that would help me.
No. I was like, do you want my readers? I just recently had to start using them.
So she's pulling it in 2 cushions, it looks like, and come back out again towards center. Very good. Now she's going to draw up. It looks like, I don't know what kind of, if she has a little angle to use the side rail or not, but either way, she'll be playing that 7 ball in our bottom right corner and then the 9 opposite it in the bottom left. Yep, she was able to go to that side cushion. That's nice. She has a little bit of an angle to come off the rail, so she won't leave herself frozen, which is always preferred.
Yeah, it is. But I think even if she were to land on the rail, I think she'd be just fine.
She's such a straight shooter.
Mm-hmm. She just played for the simple stop.
Oh, okay, very
she
good.
Didn't even have to throw it to the
Nope.
rail.
See, pre-shot routine right there. You see how I love how she just did that.
This is a very, very big event, and I do believe it's a $17,000 payday to the winner.
Mm-hmm.
So these girls are taking this very seriously, really getting down to business.
Mm-hmm.
Say thanks to some of our sponsors here at the WPBA. Of course, Big Family Custom Creations, the official apparel sponsor of our tour this season. So thank you to Nate and Marie from Big Family Customs, as well as Diamond Billiard Products. Thank you so much for your continued support of the WPBA.
So there was a big conversation early on before the tournament began about this whole pattern racking business. As everybody knows now, we're not needing to put the 2 at the bottom of the rack. You have the 1 on top, the 9 in the center, and everything else is supposed to be random. So I have my own thoughts on that and how that should be handled.
Sure.
Do you want me to share it?
That's fine.
Okay.
You're allowed. You're entitled to your opinion.
So I really think like we should 100% have like decks of cards that are all different racks, and every
like
table.
a random racking
That's
generator.
Right. And then there's no argument.
Yeah.
We don't need to argue about this. It's silly.
Yeah, I actually think that that's just super time consuming. For them to have to you have to go get a card every time.
Not get a card. It's right there at the table. You flip it over and that's it. And you look at it and you just do it.
Yeah, and that's not a terribly bad idea.
That doesn't
I know
take any more time.
Like Rail Yard that we played at in Louisville,
Mm-hmm.
they have, and actually they have a random rack generator that they put on their little digital screens
Right.
for their big action matches, so that
Mhm.
there's always a random rack in front of you, and you just copy whatever it is on the
Right.
screen. That would be very difficult to do here at the WPBA.
Sure. Well,
obviously.
we don't need it.
But I the random card thing is kind of cool.
It's a preschool project.
I actually, right?
It's
I
not a
actually
big
think,
deal.
I just kind of think it's not even necessary. Like, it's not rocket science, dude. Just throw the 1 and the 9 in the spot and grab some balls and throw them up there.
Yeah, but
right?
we've heard from the last tournament that that's not what was going on.
Yeah, it was actually the conversation comes from is from a match at Felt.
Oh, okay.
When we were in Colorado.
Oh.
But to me, it's I mean, I don't know. It's just petty Betty. I'm not paying enough attention to my opponent to worry about something like that. It's 9-ball. If you hit it with enough pace, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Do what you do. I mean, but you got to expect, right? If they're going to do it to you, don't think you can't do it back.
Right.
So
No,
it is what it is, right?
I totally hear that. But I don't know. I had heard a lot about this whole thing. I don't even look at where my opponent is putting the balls when they rack.
Yeah,
I
don't
really never
either.
have.
No,
I've
me
never. Now I'm learning something new.
You're paying attention to what they're
I'm
doing.
looking. I'm like, what is that?
Yeah. So there is a way, and everyone's got their own, theory behind
Yeah, I
that.
heard a little thing Corey Dool had spoken about this, that depending upon how firmly or not firmly you hit the rack determines how you should rack the balls and how they're going to lay for you. Interesting, right?
I mean, I think it's those problems are always going to arise when you're using a template rack.
Right.
Because you can, basically figure out the break like a science. And you can totally figure it out. So, I mean, it is what it is. I
that was a very good shot she just played.
I mean, I guess if you catch your opponent doing it, then so be it.
Right.
But I don't really pay enough attention to it. I'm usually staring at the floor waiting for another shot.
I have to be honest. I never look at the rack for my opponent. I never look at where they're putting the balls.
No, that's fair. All right, so Pia's going to the air. We're going to get that replay ready just in case she makes a fantastic shot on the one.
Okay.
She did make a legal hit. And that's the best she can do when you're going to the air for it. Like, it is what it is.
All right. Well, she left her shot. Not an easy one, but she definitely left her something to shoot at if she chose to. She's also got a very nice safety she could play here and then be dropping the one down. What is this ball here?
2-ball.
2-ball. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I can't see them.
You're fine. All right, so a little awkward cueing over the 3.
Yes.
Should be fine. She's going to pocket the one in the lower left or lower right-hand corner. Cue ball comes naturally over. Actually, it could potentially play for a safety if she misses the ball.
That's a beautiful shot. That is a very beautiful shot. People don't realize how hard that is. Bridging over like that.
Yeah.
Not to put unwanted English on the cue ball. No, she did a good job with that.
I would say there absolutely is a science. Hi, Pool Stat Guy. Thank you for tuning in. I would agree there is a science behind it. And that's the problem. The people complaining about the pattern racking and the breaking are because they haven't figured it out yet. So take some time, watch some videos, go home, learn it.
Right.
Like,
oh, gosh.
I'm one of those people. If you can't beat them, join them. So
I like that. I like that.
Like,
very good.
Obviously, they're smarter than you are. Go figure it out.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
Go do some research.
She's going forward here. So she'll go to the short side, we like to say.
Wow.
Did she get an angle?
I'm not sure. She might have fallen a little straight on this. Nah, she's got
Nope,
angle. She's
she
good.
does. She's fine.
This is actually quite natural, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of our spectators went and took a break.
Yeah.
The room was packed full last round.
Mm-hmm.
It was crazy loud.
People are
in here.
hungry.
Yeah,
They're
I love
hungry.
It is. It's dinner time.
Yes.
It is absolutely dinner time. All right, so that lent itself beautifully to the pink 4.
Yes, it did. And now she'll just come off that side cushion and play the 5 in the side.
I think really is going to be the position from the 6 to the 7. Well, all these last 4 balls could get a little tricky. We'll have to see what Bean opts to do. I think she'll be just fine, though. Now, do you just kind of stop this, maybe draw it a couple inches?
Yes. Yes. Draw just a little bit. Nice. Erring on the side of caution. You don't want to overdraw and be behind the 7 ball, obviously. But she's looking right now. You know, this is so funny. This is the kind of stuff you practice. These little draws, these little things, because, or she might be going forward.
She's going forward.
Yeah,
one
that's
railing
even
back
better.
out.
I thought she was straight, but no, that was even better. It's easier to control it, definitely. And now she's just going to spin out and play the 7 in the same corner, and then the 9 more than likely in the opposite corner or in the same corner. She might be playing this like a 1 pocket out.
Yeah, I think
Could
she's
happen.
probably going to play the 7 in the same pocket as the 6.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a preference of whether you go 2 rails or 1 there, because I feel like
yeah.
you had enough angle to not have to use the second rail. But
Oh, I love using that second
I
rail.
do too, because it slows the cue ball down.
Oh,
It's just so much
totally.
more natural.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can put a good solid follow through stroke on it, and you don't have to worry about deceleration.
That's right.
It's very nice.
It is.
Okay, and preference here, but you probably draw it back and shoot the 9 in the same pocket.
Yeah, so like we said, I did say that, right? About a 1 pocket out. She just shot the last 3 balls in the same pocket. Good job.
That must be her pocket.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, 5-1 in
Beautiful.
favor of Bean Hung,
Oh,
ladies and gentlemen.
It's looking like a tiny bit of a runaway right here, but I'm going to tell you, Lonnie, do not count this young lady out.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Kelly Fisher had her down in Capital City.
She's
had her down
such a fighter.
7-4, and she came back and beat Kelly.
Yeah.
So, and then went on to win the event.
Yeah, and
so,
she's so composed.
Bojana Sirac is up 5-0 over Fan Yuswan. Margarita Fefilova is up 4-1 over Sophia Mast. Chihiro Kawahara and Christina Zliteva are 2s. Brianna Miller is up 3-1 over Mina Tani, and Brianna's having a great event. Che-Yu Cho and Christina Tkach are currently sitting at 3s. Kelly Fisher and Allison Fisher are also at 3s. And Wei Su Chen is 5-1 over Wang Wenling. I say that fast 3 times. That's tough action.
We have so many incredible Asian ladies that came in, traveled around the world to come and play in this event.
Well, with a 40,000 added.
Remarkable that they're traveling so far.
It being a WPA rankings event, these ladies can get their federations to get them over here. And so that's fantastic,
It
right?
is fantastic.
And it's good for us, too, because the level of skill coming from overseas right now is showing so many of us what we need to work on, right? What we need to do to be at the next level. You don't really ever know how to gauge the world level if you don't see those players.
Absolutely.
So it's nice that we get to intermingle with each other and find out what exactly everyone needs to do to be better. The women's game is just so massive right now, and I'm so happy to be a part of this group of women that are coming into our sport.
I totally agree, and we're seeing so many young American girls coming up now.
Absolutely.
You see this Jordan Helfrey?
Yeah,
Just
she's
want to
great.
say, I spotted her at ICB at her first tournament, and I went and told Dean, I said, this chick right here, this little chick, is so talented. She actually reminds me of a young Shannon Dalton.
She's got that big fluid stroke.
Yeah,
it's really
exactly.
nice.
And she's just so natural at the table, and she's got such a wonderful rhythm to her stroke. So she just turned 13. It's remarkable to me. And
So good.
Oh, she is so good. And
She had a really nice event. She came from stage 1 here and pummeled her way through stage 1.
Yeah.
And really had some nice finish. I mean, she didn't have the best day when she got to the final stage, But I mean, you're at that point, you're up against the best of the best.
Yes.
You know, so
Yeah.
the final stage of this tournament was not for the weak.
Definitely not. Oh, hit the point.
It's like, don't go in there. It's dark.
That is so hard to do, those super thin cuts, especially on the equipment when it's so quick. I don't love that shot. That's not a favorite one for me. I find that this is very easy to have happen. Oh, see, all right, everyone pay attention. She's shooting lefty here, maybe. And she's a righty. She was about to anyhow, but she's got to be careful here. She's going to look to make this one underneath. That's the 4 or the 5. Again, I'm asking. It's terrible how I can't see these balls. And I'm literally sitting 2 feet from the monitor.
All right, so it's okay. The 4, I believe that's the 4. Oh, no, that's the 5 in front of the pocket. Wait, let me see.
Okay, so she did play it off
Should
of
we
it.
do it again? Should we do it again? It's
yeah,
the
there
5.
we go.
I can get really good. There you go. Look at
All
that.
right, well,
Bean's
she
checking it out.
is looking now to see if that 3 passes. Yeah, and she's going to jack up a little bit and hold her cue ball. I watch her in practice. She puts these balls in like they have eyes. Let's see if she does that.
Yeah, she's so good, though. She works so hard. Sorry, everybody. I got to fix my camera at this point. I've done screwed it up.
Wow, that's a beauty. Fantastic shot. Really great. Okay, so now she's going to come and draw out and come over to that 6 ball, leave herself a little bit of angle. Let's see if she comes to the side cushion or she floats. She floats. Funny, I thought about that, and I'm like, because these pockets are so tight, I'm like, I would like to be a couple diamonds closer. But I don't think she's worrying about that.
Yeah, actually, I think she's quite comfortable with the distance of these shots.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
So it was kind of funny. I played Bean in Mount Pleasant at the Soaring Eagle Masters, one of our other majors here on the tour. And I had to play her. She knocked me out of the event. And, you know, I had a good event. I think I finished like 13th or 16th or something. But what's crazy is that when we got done with the match, she said, "You need to practice your long shots." And I was like, all right, I'm mad at you right now. Let's just, can you text me that later, though? And because of what she said, I went home and I had just made some real adjustments and tried to work a little bit harder on getting my long shots, you know, longer shots.
Yeah.
Right. She's like, because she said, she goes, you can't always control how someone else is going to leave you.
Right.
But you need to be able to capitalize on those opportunities. So Bean gave me a good piece of advice and kind of put a bug, you know, started the.
I have a theory on this.
Uh-oh.
You want to hear my theory?
Sure, why not?
Sure, you're like, yeah, why not? Joanne's going to say it anyway. Okay, great. My theory is like this. Once we get to be a certain age and you've played and played and played, you could get sharper with them. You're never getting exactly better because there's you hit a cap when it comes to certain types of shots on a pool table. My opinion, and I've done a little study on it and I've proven it. Like Shane Van Boning, he is tremendous. He's not getting better now. He's 40 now. He's not getting any better. He's staying sharp. So it is possible that maybe somebody hasn't really approached it in that manner or practiced enough to really know how good they could get, perhaps. That could be.
Yeah.
But I think that the things to work on, especially as we get older and play this game at a different stage of life, we have to work more on our safeties and we have to work more on our cue ball control. And we have to work to get closer. And I think we have to work on getting what I like to call getting into the inner rectangle and playing to the sides of the table so that our leg isn't in the air and that we can be more consistent doing all of that.
Nice. You guys heard it here first, folks.
So if people want to learn more about that, you come and see me and you message me and I'll train you about this.
All right, so here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Pia filler to break. She's got a tough fade to get back into this match. This is a race to 8. Bean is currently up 6-1, making very few mistakes, if any, to be fair. And Pia is going to have to not only make solid breaks, but hope for Bean to make some mistakes on her breaks. And that's not going to help the situation.
No, that's too bad. But I have a lot of confidence in Pia. I've seen her come back in matches, you know. But it's very tough to make such a comeback now because it's the alternating break format. So she can't keep control of the table. She'll be at the mercy of Bean breaking. I wonder if she's going to be thinking about that combination she tried to play that she missed, and that's what set this whole ball in motion.
So it looks like she's going to go 3 rails around.
A little short here.
She just underhit that a tad. Maybe caught the one a little fatter than she intended to, which makes the cue ball travel a little less.
Yep. Takes that energy away. Oh, she looks like she's going to shoot this ball.
Yeah, once Bean gets on a run and she's feeling good, plus the score really is in her favor at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
You know, she's, and technically speaking, this is Pia's break. So ultimately, she doesn't have to, win the rack, and it doesn't necessarily mean she's going to lose the match just by missing this rack, because she does have probably 4 more breaks at best. If Pia were to make a comeback, I'm saying.
Right. Yeah, see, she's looking here where she wants to position her cue ball. She'll draw just a little bit so that she'll be able to reach it. And again, hopefully she'll be standing at the side of the table. Bean is not that tall of a lady. Do we know how tall she is?
No.
I think this is something we should know.
No.
We should get these stats on height, because that means a lot in terms of what you can reach on the pool table. Into cushions. Back out towards center again. Watch out not to hit that 7.
Well, 6 ball's getting real big.
Oh, boy.
I think she's okay, though.
Yep, I think she's fine.
Yeah, I think she managed to squeak that one out.
I was actually, to tell you that, I was surprised she went above the 7 like that. I thought she was going to go under the 7. But she did a beautiful job of that, because if she'd have clipped that 7, she could have easily been behind that 6.
Yeah, I would say I'm 5'4", and Bean's a little taller than I am.
Okay, I'm also 5'4".
So I would say she's a maybe 5'5", 5'6". I don't think it's a lot.
I actually thought she was smaller than me.
No, I think she's taller than us. Yeah. I do think she's taller than us. Girl, we're shorties.
We're little, huh?
We're little people.
Yeah.
I do think she's a tad, if not, she's not ridiculously taller than us.
Right.
But I just, for some reason, feel like she may be a little bit taller than I am. All right, so 2 rails around for the 8 in the same exact pocket as the 7. We're going into the 1 pocket.
Oh, man. She seriously has been playing a gorgeous match here. This is high-end shooting right here.
Yeah, and she's making it so simple that, to be completely fair, you don't really need to tell anybody what they're doing, because they're just making it very simple. So Hussein, I think I'm saying that right. The pockets are 4 1/4 diamond tables. 4 1/4 pockets, I do believe, with Simonis cloth and the Aramith Pro Cup balls.
We have.
Speaking of the Aramith Pro Cup balls, let's talk about that a little bit.
Okay.
So these are available for sale. I think I only have maybe 4 sets left. We've sold, I think, 6 already. The Tournament TV Pro Cup set, it's $370, used only once at this event, because I've already sold all the other ones we've used. So I only have the balls that are here. So WPBA.com, check out this link to the store. You can get your cue ball signed by any woman that's still in this event. But if you're interested in that, this deal is only valid when we're live. So if that's something you're interested in, if you own a bar or a pool room, or you have a beautiful pool room at home, but you don't have a beautiful set of balls, contact WPBA.com because we've got the hookup for you.
There you go.
And although, I mean, they are obviously used, I promise you, you're never getting this set of balls for this price anywhere else. This is exclusive to the WPBA. So please take advantage.
There you go.
Of our.
No, that is a great deal.
Yeah, take advantage because these are,
of course,
very expensive sets of balls. It does come with the pink 4 and the orange 5.
Yep.
But I own this exact set at home. I also purchased one because the deal was so good, and I needed a new set of balls at my house, and I was like, I'm taking advantage of that deal.
Go.
I do not care. I'm going to use that because it's worth it. They're just, you're not going to get a better deal, period.
Right.
All right, so look at this. Great break. Wow, 2 balls in the break. Definitely 2 balls down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, 2 balls down. And definitely a legal break. And she is just duck goosing her way through this match.
Oh, boy, this looks like we're going to be making short work of this commentary.
Absolutely. Well, you know, some people, like Kelly Fisher, there's times where I've done Kelly Fisher's matches where they've lasted. It's a race to 8. 37 minutes was the shortest one I've done so far.
Wow. Oh, my goodness.
Could you just play a couple safeties so
yeah,
that it's
right.
not, she just moves so fast.
Yep.
They call her quick fire for a reason. All right, so this, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Bean Hung is on the hill over Pia Filler from Germany at the WPBA Tour Championship. We're in Rothschild, Wisconsin.
So I guess really what you could say here about Pia's unfortunate, that she's on the opposite end of this, that she really only made the one mistake, I think. I mean, the break didn't help her.
No,
lack
her
of
break
making
may
a
have
ball.
punished her.
Mm-hmm. And she missed that combo where she didn't have to go for such a hard shot, but, this is the game.
All right, and to advance in this, but don't worry, folks. Pia Filler is not out of this event. She's just taking the scenic route. So let's see what we got going on around the room. You guys want to do a little moving around the room? We got Brianna Miller right there. And who is Brianna playing? I can't remember who Brianna's playing now. Oh, is that Wang Wang Ling?
Yes.
All right, and then Christina's Lateva, who's actually streaming her match. She's playing Chihiro Kawahara. She may be hooked from the 8 ball. Let's see what's going on over here. What else we got?
You have Christina's Lateva.
Yeah, let's go find. Oh, she's playing Rita Cho.
Mm-hmm.
Rita Cho. And there's Margarita Fefalova-Steyer doing some work. Looks like she doesn't have clear sight on the 1 ball. I actually have to turn around the other way. Sorry, folks. You guys are going to have to take a road trip with me. I love playing with my cameras. Looks like there's our tournament staff over there. Working really hard, I see. Yeah, I think our fans are definitely on their dinner break.
Yeah, I think so, because this room was absolutely packed earlier.
Packed plumb full.
Yep.
But it looks like some of them are coming back, so we're back in action. I am looking for. Okay.
I have to tell you, Bean made that table look easy, and she did not really shoot a million tough long shots. She didn't. She kept everything clean and in line, staying on the correct side of the ball. She played beautifully.
Here it is. That's the match I'm looking for, ladies and gentlemen. This is our world #1, WPBA ranked #1 against the former #1, Rita Cho. So Christina Tkach versus Rita Cho.
Oh, yeah, this is a great match.
I can't see, but I think it's 5-4 in favor of Rita. Let's do a quick look real quick while they're in the match. I'm going to just hop over to another area of my computer. Let's not help Emily. Let's look real quick while she's racking. So the score is currently 5-4, so I was right there. These are the other scores going on in the rooms. Lateva's up 4-2 over Kawahara. Margarita's up 6-2 over Mast. Boyana Sharach is up 5-2 over Fan Yu Swan. And you just seen Bean there. Kelly's up 4-3 over Allison. Lots of big stuff going on in the room. Let me go back to our room view. Rita Cho to break.
Let's see how she hits this. Let's see if she does a similar cut break. Oh, no. Hit it dead straight. And look at this kick. Wow. Stopped the cue ball right in the center and got kicked up table right into the top left corner. That's too bad. Christina has such, both of these ladies have such beautiful poise at the table. They really, really do.
Absolutely.
I admire that tremendously. Like, if you look at Christina, you really never know if she's winning or losing. Like, you just look at her face, she always looks just the same.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's
calm.
definitely, you know, her poker face is a big part of her mental game. And so I think that that is a necessity for her.
Yes.
If she starts to show her facial expressions, I would dare to say that she isn't playing very well.
I wonder if some of that has to do with her culture, where she's from.
Yeah,
she's from Russia.
She is from Russia. It's definitely possible, right? I mean, that's a thing. That's a real thing.
I mean, these ladies who came from all over different parts of Asia, also like their work technique and rather their work ethic and how they approach the game in such a methodical. It's a real job for them, and they take it as such, and they're very serious about what they do. And you see it in their approach and everything. And it's interesting because Bean, what we just saw, I feel like she's a little different than that. She's more of an individual. Well, her style.
Yeah, and Bean also is coming from Australia.
Yes.
She isn't coming from the Asian, I don't know if Australia's in the Asian continent, but
right.
I don't know where Australia is in continents.
Right, but wasn't she born in
she was born in Taiwan.
Right.
But she
didn't grow up there.
No, I think she was raised in Australia.
So it's a little bit different, obviously a very different culture.
I don't know what the answer is to that. I think that a lot of it is the fact that in the United States it is classified as a hobby. Whereas there it is, they see you're good at pool. Well, let's make you the best at pool. They take you from school.
Yeah.
You know, they put you in training centers.
Yes.
We do it a lot differently here in the United States. Pool is almost treated as though it's a hobby instead of a sport. So different culture, different mindset. All right, look at this. She's got to win these 2 balls to tie up the score. This girl right here, though, has played her butt off because she has not had an easy draw. And as the #1 player in the world, I almost feel like she should almost be handed all the bottom feeders. She's worked so hard, right? Like, I think the ranking, you should get paid for having that rank. Like, you've worked so hard to get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the score is 5-5. This is a tied matchup between Rita Cho and Christina Tkach, the Crystal.
And a newly engaged Christina Tkach to Fedor Gorst.
Yeah.
So we could report on that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about it, but I think she shares of what she wants known on her socials.
Yep.
So if you guys are not familiar with Christina, which I'm sure you all are, but if you're not, you can go find her on social media accounts. She's got Facebook and I believe Insta. And
I saw a couple of posts that Fedor and Christina were just enjoying a lovely vacation with his mom.
Yeah,
Oh,
they were at
nice.
Moscone Cup. And
but
his
then they
mom
also,
went
I think, didn't they go to New York as well? I think I saw pictures of them in New York. So nice, having a good time.
Yeah, so I'm so happy for her. All the things they're doing. I mean, the things that are happening in her life are just blessings, And her game and her mindset is just so clear, and I'm so happy for her. She deserves all of that. All right, the Crystal to break.
Let's see how she goes about the break. Let's see how
Same
hard
way
she...
Pia does. Bank the 1 down to the corner. The cue ball crosses to the rail and back out to the center of the table. The 1 sits in front of the pocket every single time. It's insane. It's the definition of insanity. I
am so happy I am in here watching this with you right now because I am going to go home and I am going to work on that break.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
All right, so for those of you guys, you just heard it. A former U.S. Open champion herself is in here learning, and that's the thing. That's a wonderful thing about the streams.
Right?
And even the top players in the world, they have to go. I mean, you have to go to school every day.
Yes.
Every day. All right, so this 1 or this 2, she pockets the 1, the 2. Do you make it a 2-8 combination? Like, do you play the safety?
No, she looks like she's
they're in a tied
lining this
match.
up. She looks like she's lining up this combination.
I'm intrigued by that. I've never really seen her do that. I'm going to have to go back and figure this out.
Oh, the way she just did that with her cue. Yeah, I've seen her do that before, actually.
Oh, well, whatever it was working.
That was hit very well. But she has a decent angle here now. And the 3 ball, we have to see what she's going to do, how she's going to play for this.
She's going to swing it around. No, she's just pocket speeding it, keeping it to the center of the table.
Yep.
What a nice touch.
Mm-hmm. Just accepting.
Yeah, she's just so cleanly executing everything she does right now. It's very nice. And of course, Rita Cho, you can't beat that. Rita Cho has one of my most favorite styles to watch because she's aggressive. She doesn't hold the cue ball. She zings that cue ball around.
Yeah, she moves it.
I enjoy that style of play to watch it. And so, really, to be honest, right now, these are probably 2 of my most favorite players currently.
And 2 very different styles.
Yeah.
Very different.
You can learn something from both of them. All right, so she's sitting really nicely here. These 3 balls gets Christina to 6. She's got to keep her cool, stay in the good line of the next shot.
Yep. So 1 cushion and out. She really prefers a lot of 1 rail positions. I've watched her play quite often now, and I noticed that she really keeps it very simple.
Her ball speed is so important in her game. You can tell that. Where some people don't worry as much about the ball speed, but use the rails to slow the cue down.
Yes.
All right, so she's going to draw this back. She overhit this a tad.
Oh.
Got a tester on the 9.
Yes, you said tester. I was just about to say she has a missable one here.
Oh, no missing. We're not missing here at the WPBA. We're training them back of the pocket. Every lady. Every lady. She's going to make this nice and smooth. Pocket speed once again.
There you go.
Little outside English just to make sure the ball gets thrown to the pocket. Great out by Christina Tkach.
Yes. You know what's funny? There is no perfect in pool, right?
No.
You have to be flexible with your thoughts. You have to take what the table gives you.
And have to be willing to adjust.
Yes, and not get upset or annoyed like she overshot her position a little bit, but she just stayed cool. You see her attitude never changed.
Face never changed.
No, she just said, okay, I'm going to make this ball now, and that's the end of it. So what is their score now? 6-5?
Yeah, the score is currently 6-5 in favor of Christina Tkach.
So she just broke and ran, right?
She did.
And so now let's see if Rita
and had
can
a great
answer.
combination on the 2-8.
Yes, she did.
So she definitely had a good combination on the 2-8. That was fun to watch.
Yep.
Sorry, I'm messing with my headset a little, guys, so it's going to get a little bit like I'm crinkling a bag or something, but...
Someone asked if we can zoom in a little.
I did it already.
Okay.
Since they asked.
Okay.
I hope that's better, TL Flies. There you go.
Okay, so here she broke. Oh, look at that 9 ball got kicked.
Yeah, you don't see that often with the template.
No, you don't. Now the 9 is up there.
Now this is interesting. Can she roll this into the side pocket? I only have this camera view.
That is a very tiny side pocket at that angle.
I need a camera on a drone. Just because I'm so particular.
She looks like
She
she's
might be able to just reel this in and draw the cue ball back. Oh, she played this safety. I don't know how I feel about this safety here.
I got to tell you something. I think
mean,
she might have been playing both. She might have been trying to make that ball and then missed it, but hung out behind the 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if she was absolutely just playing a safety, I would have thought she would have rolled up onto the 2 and taken the jump away. Because
that would have been an intentional safety.
Sure. No,
maybe
I think
it was
that's
a little
what
off
happened.
angle.
I think so. Yeah.
All right, get under those balls. Christina needs it to tie up
Good
under
jump
something.
right there.
What a great safety.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Her jumping has been really good lately, too. I've been watching a lot of that. Very good jumping.
I think she jumps particularly well, especially, and we'll talk a little bit about height again. She's one of the smaller ladies out here on the tour.
Are you saying she's short?
Well, she's not as tall as some others.
I'm just playing. I'm just playing. She's not a little she's not a tall person. I mean, that's obvious.
Right, but yet she plays this game like a bigger person.
Yeah.
Like her position play. We pay attention to her. We're going to see her standing at the side of the table a lot versus at the heads.
Yeah.
Which is really, really a great thing to learn how to do and pay attention to that. Let's see this hit. No dice.
Oh, boy. Christina's going to be real happy to get this ball in hand.
Oh, yes, she is. So the only trouble I really see here is where the 6 ball is, right? Well, the 4. The 4's in front of it.
Apologies, folks.
Oh, no, not the 4. What is that? Is that the 8?
Yeah, so it's the 6, 8. I know you guys can't see us at home, but it's a 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9.
Okay.
I had to point them out for Joanne because
I did
forgot
not.
her glasses.
I left my glasses upstairs in my room.
All right. So yes, she was in jail time. Yes, she gave up ball in hand. Yes, Christina has a chance to run out here. We'll see what she just decides to do. What do you think? The 6-8, right? Like, do you play the combination, or you try to get under the 6 inside? Does it depend on how you land on the 5?
Of course, okay. Sure. I mean, sometimes you could look to bump it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what. Just came over to that side to look. Yeah, maybe she's going to look to do. I don't know. Does she have an angle to do something right now to correct that problem?
No.
Okay, so here, she's going to play to go into it. She's going to come around.
You think she's going to come into it?
I think it looks like she is. I think she drew back for an angle.
Oh, man, I don't know if she can try to move it. That's going to get ugly. I just feel like you shouldn't bump balls if you don't need to. Maybe I don't know what's happening. I'm just going to wait and see. There's a reason she's the #1 player in the world.
Yeah, I think she's going forward. Can she make this ball in the side pocket? I don't think so, but okay, maybe. See, yeah, she's coming around to it. Yeah, like I said.
She's a brave lady. Like, that could get real ugly. That could get real ugly.
She tried.
I wonder if the 6-8 just lined up straight in. What if it's lined up straight in for a combination?
Well, she'll be real happy.
I'll be like, you need to go buy a lottery ticket.
I'm not against what she did there. I like that she did it. She got a good angle.
No, I get what you're saying. I'm always so nervous, right? Like, I'm always so nervous in those when you're at the end of the match, like at the business end of your match.
Sure.
And you gotta go running into something. Like, I don't usually get those rolls. Like, some people are windshields and other people are bugs.
This was a very good shot.
I'm a bug.
Yeah, you're a bug.
Okay. Some people are windshields, other people are bugs. I'm a bug. All right, I don't get the good rolls in those situations, so it makes me very nervous.
You're too funny.
All right, so this is good, though. She played a great safety.
There's
your little feather safety, right?
Yeah.
She feathered it, got it to the end rail.
She sent it down there. She sent her cue ball down. She would have loved to have gotten her cue ball right on that short rail, but it's still leaving her tough. She has a safety to play. There's a couple different ways to do it. She could play a bank. She could send her cue ball around, play a safe, and play her cue ball into the 9. There's a lot of choices here. So we're going to see what she decides. If she's going aggressive or she's going to look to kick it from underneath perhaps and kick it up and back down to where she's standing now and keep her cue ball down table. There's a couple of choices here.
Oh, these safeties are a bit of a preference. She's not going to like this, I don't think. I think it's going to leak forward.
I think she actually did a really good job of that.
Man, this camera angle's driving me nuts.
Yeah, I think she can see the side of this ball, but this is tough. I'm going to tell you something. If she sees enough of this, she sent her cue ball down, she might make this 9 ball.
Yeah, she can cross over this 6, even though as long as she can avoid the scratch in the side pocket. This is one of those situations where your camera angle is very deceiving for me, and I struggle from this angle.
It's hard for us to see it right now.
I really struggle from this angle of a camera.
Yeah, the way she doesn't see so much of this ball, I think. I think she sees just a little portion of this. You know, I don't know if people out there know, Christina happens to be a very good straight pool player.
Yes.
And that is probably also, she saw the whole thing?
Oh, boy. Well?
I am so shocked.
I didn't think I knew she could see it, but I didn't know how much she could see.
Yeah, I didn't think that she could. Wow.
All right. So if the 6 goes past the 9, which I do believe it does, it's no big, no brainer. But if it doesn't, she's going to make the 6-9 combination. I mean, I would think. I don't know. Maybe she's banking at it.
This woman is some straight shooter. Dude, that's all I'm going to say.
So great. I don't know what other games, if she plays any other games, if she's familiar with 8 ball or if 9 ball is her basic cup of tea. But I know that in the United States, a lot of us girls are suited in other games.
Yes.
Some of us like 1 pocket. Some of us are straight pool girls.
Yep.
Some of us prefer 10 ball. Some of us love 8 ball. So we're just really well versed in the U.S. I don't really know. Oh, she's going to be real mad.
Oh, wow.
Real mad. But Christina is definitely a very well-rounded player. She's versed in a lot of different disciplines.
I'm going to tell you what we just saw there, her to miss a shot like that. What that tells you is these pockets are playing tough. That's all I'm going to say. Because they are.
Oh, Joanne's like, these pockets are so brutal.
They are.
All right, so this 9 ball to put Christina Tkach on the hill, ladies and gentlemen. This is a race to 8. One of these ladies is going home.
Wow.
This is a B-side matchup. Christina was defeated by Bean first round this morning.
Does she have 5 over there?
7 to 5.
7 to 5. Wow, that was to tie it up 6-6.
Officially 7 to 5. That was a big miss for Rita.
Yes. But you know what? I'm not happy she missed that ball, but I will say it does show us she is human.
Absolutely.
She is not a machine. As much as she looks a little bit like a machine. She does. She's so good.
All right, folks. So I'm going to let Joanne finish out the commentary for this matchup, and I'm going to step aside to do some graphic work. So please enjoy the show. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and I am so glad you're here watching the ladies of the WPBA.
Thank you, Lonnie. All right, let's see Christina's break. Here we go, people. She is on the hill. It is 7 to 5. Let's see if she gets that 1 ball back up table again. Watch how she hits this. I'm taking little notes for myself. And there goes the 1 again. This is really something. The 2 down table. So I'm going to be... She's not... She can get into the cue ball, so she has a couple choices how she could play position here. She can go forward with inside English, or she could dig down. She looks like she's going forward. She's level. Let's see how this comes out. Oh, she just... Okay, very good. So she was able to have enough of that ball to use a little outside English and come across. She's a little bit on the wrong side of this ball now. We're going to see how she hits this one. And I'm looking to see the 8. The 8 is fine. It goes in the side. All right, let's see. She draws. Draw to that side cushion, right? Mm-hmm. Yep, and she just let it go completely. Well, this is tough now. But she has that 8 as a bumper. She wants to play this ball on the side and send the cue ball around the table. 1, 2, 3. Maybe 4 cushions. And come back down table for the 4. If she has the angle not to bump into that 6 ball. Hi, Luke Walker. I'm Joanne Mason Parker. Yeah, she did bump the 6, and this is now very tough. All right, so I think she's going to have to obviously kick from underneath and hope to get a safety out of it and send that 4 ball back up table to where she is, to that middle short rail if she can. Unless she sees an edge and thinks she can thin it. Young eyes if she does that, just saying. Oh, okay. Wow. I gotta tell you, that is super hard to do from that distance. That was quite good. Wonder if she'll look to jump this or, oh, she looks like she is. She's going to the air. Going to the sky. Let's see how this works out. See, these shots are tricky right now. I'm going to explain why. Because she has, this is a cut, and she's got to get it up and down fast, and it's near the rail. She's got to be careful not to fly the cue ball off the table. There's a lot of touch involved with this shot. And then hopefully she doesn't get hooked by the 6 that she gets out there. Okay, so she overcut it. And she left her shot here. Not a hanger. Definitely not a hanger, but definitely makeable. But the position is fairly natural. She'll probably just come across table and perhaps play that 5 ball. Depends how it lays in the far right corner or in the side pocket. We'll see how it lands for her. Yeah, very nice. She's got a friendly bump. Now she's going to get her extension. She has a little bit of this other angle. I'm curious how she's going to play this one. She's just going to come forward, or is she going to look to come around? Yep, right in between the 8, 9. That's a great shot, by the way. That shot is very easy. If you're not careful and you have any elevation on your cue, it's very easy to end up pulling it a little and bumping that 9. She did a real good job of following through on that. Very nice. This might be the end, people. We might be saying goodbye to you. 2 cushions or 1, it's really preference. She opted for 2. I like that. And it should be over. And that is that. Fantastic match.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for tuning in to our, what was this, the 5 o'clock round here at the WPBA
Yes.
Tour Championship. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond, and I want to say thank you to Joy and Mason Parker for jumping in and giving some commentary, some of her expert commentary.
Thank you. It was a lot of fun being with you.
We're going to reboot the stream, and up next in the commentary booth, I'm going to have myself with Miss Emily Duddy. So if you guys are interested in checking out some more stuff, let us know. Please follow along with the brackets at digitalpool.com. I do put the link in our description for the YouTube channel, and if you're watching on Billiard TV, don't forget to come on over to WPBA Billiards on YouTube to subscribe.
Okay, and can I just say one last thing? Okay, just one more time, everybody. You come and you find me on Facebook, Joanne Mason Parker, and PM me, and come and see me in Pond Eddy at my new pool school.
Got it, girl. You can't beat it if you're going to learn from a U.S. Open champion herself. So thanks again, everybody. This is Lonnie Fox Raymond. I'm going to throw a couple sponsor videos out to say thank you to our sponsors. And you have been watching the WPBA Tour Championship presented by Dr. Pool Promotions and Jacoby Custom Cues.